I've been asked by a few people to give a quick update about my aquarium. So this is it. This is my office. It's really messy at the moment. And here's the aquarium. Shut the computer off. And here we have the sponge filter. It pumps about 800 liters an hour. And here we have the 150 watt heater, keeping it at about 27 degrees Celsius. And in the center there is my CO2 system, which keeps CO2 in the water, and it's going at about 1 bubble per minute. There's 2 chambers there, if you can see, and 1 bubble of CO2 comes up and fills one of the chambers. See if the bubble, we can get one, there it goes. 1 bubble per minute. And above we have a CO2 canister that we replace about once every 2 weeks. And in the center here is just one piece of bog wood. Just a wooden feature I found at an aquarium shop. And horizontally we have another piece of bog wood, which is suckered onto the side of the tank there. And throughout the whole landscape, or aquascape, it's just various plants really. And just 2 types of grasses there, and the same 2 types of grasses planted there. And a different type, a shorter grass there, which hasn't been doing too well. I originally had it in the sand in the center, but they were starting to die, so I moved it over here to the soil. Hopefully that will help. And then in the back there, this red and green plant, I bought at Pets at Home, and these two plants I also bought at Pets at Home. There's a large plant in the back with the nice large leaves. I'm concerned it's not getting enough light. I have LED lighting this is a 78 liter tank. And right there we just have another plant, which I got at Pets at Home. And they seem to be doing okay. They don't seem to be dying anyways. This is about 1 week in since I planted the aquarium. And the black substrate is API topsoil, all in one. It's a topsoil for aquariums, which is fortified with iron, and I believe it's made up of crushed clay and peat. And that goes on either side. And then going in the front through the middle is just regular sand, which I got just at one of the local pet shops. And this feature here is Java moss, which I just got in the post today. And that I'm going to attach here and here. I haven't gotten around to it. None of the other plants I'm actually aware. I'm not sure what any of the other plants are, actually. None of the stores actually gave a name of what the plants are, so if anybody knows what the plants are, what species they are, I would be very grateful if somebody could tell me. And there's one fish in it at the moment, the bristlenose plecostomus. It's a bottom-feeding fish, and at the moment it's hiding. I believe it likes to hang out on the bogwood. Let's see. I don't think we can see it. I think he's hiding. Oh well. I haven't yet cleaned it. As you can see, the sand is developing an algae problem. It's quite brown. Ever since I planted it, there's been a lot of algae growing because of the LED lighting. So hopefully the plec will eat up most of that algae. I've also been getting snails. I've been invaded by snails. Pets at home gave me plants which were infected with pest snails. You can see, can't see it all that well, but that little dot is a snail. Another one there. And whenever I see them, I just squish them, because they will be using up the nutrients that my plants will need or that my fish will need. I use the API Master Test Kit to test for pH, ammonia, nitrate. Currently, the pH is at about 7, right at 7.0 or 7.2. And ammonia, nitrates, and nitrites are all at about 0, which is good. I'm going to test again for ammonia, since I think when I've added new plants, there will be a spike in ammonia. But hopefully the biological filtration will take care of that. I've also added, to aid in biological filtration, this product, Stresszyme, API Stresszyme, which is meant to boost biological filtration. It advertises itself as having live biological cultures, so hopefully that will kickstart biological filtration. And inside the sponge filter, there's 2 chambers. There's 2 sponges here, which absorb little bits of poo or bits of plant matter or anything else that is in the tank that we don't want. And in the second chamber I have pieces of maybe about 200 grams of activated filter carbon. I'm going to see how the plants do with that. I don't think you're supposed to use filter carbon with plants, or at least it could cause problems, but they seem to be doing okay for now. Especially since I bought the CO2 system. The plants are doing a lot better since I bought the CO2 system, especially these two bunches of grasses. These are doing much better since I bought the CO2 system. So there you have it. 78 liter tank. And soon enough I will attach this Java moss and it will look really nice. Really nice green aquascape. Lots of green stuff. When you open the lid, you can just smell it. It smells like a garden. It smells just wonderful. Very, very natural. All the plants are real. All the plants are creating a lot of oxygen for the environment and creating a nice ecosystem, or what could be close to an ecosystem for the fish, hopefully when I get some. I'm not sure which fish I'm going to buy yet. I'm thinking about a couple of electric blue Jack Dempseys, or some discus, or some angelfish. And when I first bought the tank, I had issues with the stand that it came on because I didn't buy the stand that the tank came with. The stand was bought at a charity shop, and I was a little concerned with it, but as you can see, I think it was bought from a school. It has a welded metal frame, and it's very sturdy. Metal isn't usually advised for aquariums, at least not large aquariums, because the stress can be put on over time. The stress over time on the metal frame can start to warp and bend the metal frame, and it could potentially fail. But I think with this size aquarium, I think I should be fine. So that's my update, and I will update you guys again when I apply my Java moss to this. Once I apply this Java moss, I'm going to tie it, probably just with zip ties or something, around the wood of this wooden feature, and after about 2 months the Java moss will have grown into the wood itself, and I can remove the zip ties and it will stay and potentially even grow across the length of the logwood. So let me know what you guys think. It's still a work in progress. The sand has a lot of the substrate has been moved into the, sort of invaded into where the sand should be, and it looks a little bit messy, and I need to clear that up, and there's obviously an algae problem, but overall I'm happy with it, and it'll look really nice when we get some fish in it. Hopefully I'll get some fish in it by August or so, after I get back from visiting the US. So let me know what you guys think. Cheers.